Hey guys, welcome back to the F.I.G podcast. My name is Isan, and I'm your host, and here are my co-hosts.
What's up? My name's Gaz.
I'm Faiz.
And today we have a returning guest, Riz.
Riz in the house.
All right, today we're going to review Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and I think I'll start with Riz. So, Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
All right, Terminator 2. So I remembered this movie coming out right at the end of my schooling years. So there was a lot of hype about this, right? Because it went over budget, and it was the most expensive movie ever made at that time. So everybody was actually talking about it. It's like, what has James Cameron come up with, and then whether it's really going to be good, and so on. Yeah, and wow, actually, that really amazed everybody, essentially. I mean, basically, the effects in that show, right, hold up until today. Yeah, which is actually amazing for a movie that's almost 30 years old. So when the movie came out at the time, right, it's like I recall it because there was nothing even close to the level of special effects that it had then. It was the first CGI movie. And then 2 years later, Steven Spielberg adopted that same technology for Jurassic Park. Okay. In fact, Jurassic Park, right, was supposed to actually be a stop animation. It was supposed to be like clay, the moving thing. Yeah, and that was really how it was supposed to be, And he wanted to do it as smooth as possible and all that. And he didn't believe on the computer technology. But then when he saw Terminator T2, then he saw what Stan Winston and the team and Dennis Muren could do, right? And he was like, okay, let's do this. And it really changed the whole industry forever. So yeah, at that time, I remember the Oscars. It was so clear that T2 was going to win, right? That I think if I recall right, they had the robot actually give out the Academy Award just for that. Yeah, it's like paying homage to it. Okay, so T2. Actually, I just rewatched it yesterday after 15 years of not watching it. And it's nice to say that it's a lot better than I remembered it, because when I watched it at that time, I felt it was actually more of a special effects movie. Yeah, there were parts, especially in the middle, which I thought was actually a bit draggy. Yeah, but then when I rewatched it again yesterday, right, I think those were good scenes as well, because it actually gave a break to the show. It's like it was action-packed, and then suddenly it gives a break, it gives you a breather, and it fleshes out Arnold's character. So Arnold's character became such a... yeah, that's right. It became... A connection with John Connor, it became very different from what he played in the first one. You could actually see him trying to learn, and there was some comedy as well in it and all that. Yeah, hasta la vista, I said, no problemo, and talk to the hand, and all that stuff. And what was I about to say again? Let me think. Terminator 2.
Let me give some box office numbers for T2 compared to T1. T1's budget was 6 million, and their gross revenue was 80 million, whereas T2, the budget was 100 million, and the gross. And the gross was 525 million.
Oh my god.
So it's amazing difference between the first one and the second one.
Whose money was that?
Yeah.
Who did it? What production did it?
Wasn't it Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers.
Can't remember.
Universal.
Yeah.
Somebody invested a lot of money in there.
And it paid off, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it better.
It's so well, man.
Yeah.
If it didn't, oh man.
Yeah. So yeah. Guess what are your overall thoughts?
For the T2, well, I gotta say, man, T2 Judgment Day is one of my favorite Terminator movie of all Terminator movie. Man. Wow. I just love it so much, like what you just said with Arnold character T800. The 800 is like, it gives a connection between John Connor and like Sarah Connor and to us audience. Like from T2, we love the T800 Arnold Schwarzenegger. We just love him so much. He's like our papa, papa in terms of like with John Connor and and T800. You can see how
He's
much
the
he was
man.
protecting. Yeah. And then I just want to say James Cameron is doing, like at that time, On a roll, man.
Yeah.
what is he thinking? It's like he is just genius. Maybe he didn't go to like college or something. He did he go to college? I don't know about that. But I just wanted to add from the earlier thoughts, right? It's like I'm one of the few people that actually when it came out, I didn't actually know that Arnold's character was a bad guy. Sorry, was the good guy. Yeah, so that was actually a shock to me. Even though apparently when I read, right, they, for the marketing reasons and all that, right, it was revealed before, so it wasn't a big plot twist when it came out.
Actually, it was revealed in the trailer that the scene where because like the T2 Arnold, it's not the T1 Arnold. They have a lot of actually of these Arnold models. Arnold models. Yeah, and John and his resistance, they actually broke into Skynet's base, and they went to the warehouse, and they saw like the T800, the old T800 models, and like he was looking around for like the ones that the one that he recognized when he was a kid, which is the Arnold model, and he picked one, and that's the one he sent back to for T2. Yeah.
See, another coincidence.
That's another. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But they shot that scene specifically for the trailer.
I see. Okay.
Oh, it's not in.
It was never planned to be in the movie.
Cut once.
So then, I mean, if you recall Terminator 1, right, the character was such a invincible, cannot be stopped guy. Yeah, so essentially they really upped it with this one, with that whole liquid metal T1000.
That guy was
Yeah.
crazy.
That was like the first time you can even see anything like that.
This guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen.
Again,
we are so lucky.
In fact, that's right. They're so lucky to be in that place, right? Where
Just at the right time.
when I mean that liquid. I mean, and I remember watching it, right, because Robert Patrick's image looked like a nice guy, and he was playing the cop and all that. So I was like, confused or whether he's the one that is a good guy and all that. So in the scene in the arcade, when suddenly Arnold's holding the roses and he comes up with a John, then all of a sudden he asks John to go down. Then we're like, wait a minute, what's happening? Get down.
That was such a fast scene. Too.
Fast scene, yeah. And then we're fighting, and then
my
then the scene in the motorbike and all that. Then you really know that actually the story really picks up from there. Yeah. That's fine.
Actually, fun fact, that scene was a tribute to Guns N' Roses. Actually.
Okay.
Pull the
Nice.
cut
So you pull from the. I see. Okay. Boom. Oh man.
I love that.
That car chase scene, when the truck, as you can see, that's what the T1000 is like, boom, and then he goes, and then since he John is down there, he brings the truck down, and he still continues, and even though he's breaking the truck apart and all that, he still runs and continues. Oh man,
I saw that scene. I felt bad for people who
built that. Exactly. Yeah.
How many takes?
That's right. How many
To
takes?
rebuild again.
And then when the whole thing blew up, right? It's like, oh, that was fast. The guy's dead. That's it. Then suddenly he comes out, nothing.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh my god, this is a villain that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Oh,
The T1000 is relentless.
that's right.
It really is.
All the way.
Yeah.
And then the way that he chases,
Oh my god.
running against the truck.
So
Oh my God.
fast. Yeah.
It's so scary and suspenseful. Oh
Yeah, it is.
man.
So, Riz, what do you think of the different Terminator series in the movie? Compare the T800 and the T1000. Like what
Oh,
are
the
they made
difference.
of and their strengths?
So the T800, I mean, I mean, I guess bigger, bulkier, and you would think it'll be the stronger of the two, right? Yeah, but then, I mean, basically, it cannot compare with the T1000 because the T1000, I mean, just doesn't break, and it can mold
Because it's made of liquid metal, right?
liquid metal. In fact, like now that we're more used to to all these good special effects, right? the other scenes stand out more, like the motor chase scene and all that. But when I was younger, watching it for the first time, right, that scene at the end
Yeah.
where he's fighting, and then there's one part where he punches, and then it goes through the head,
Yeah.
and then he morphs, and then he's holding the hand.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like people were clapping hands.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
It was like, what? Oh wow, what a creative way of. And then it pierces through his stomach, and then he pulls it out, and you can
Yeah.
hear like liquid. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, so creative.
Yeah.
I heard like each of those scenes, right? Like a second cost something like 150,000 USD.
Wow.
So just to make that.
Second.
Each second of it. That's why it became such a
Bruh.
expensive movie. The whole,
Oh my god.
because it was the first time morphing technology existed. That's why that whole morph. Yeah. In fact, the first time he had that was also a James Cameron movie. It was The Abyss, and it was just one alien that actually had it could morph his face, and then so then he popularized it in T2 and everybody started doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Copycats.
What is it? Revolutionary.
Revolutionary. That's right. He throws the T1000 to the wall, and then he just immediately the face turns around and
Oh my god.
But there was a scene at the end where like the T1000 really destroyed Arnold.
Yeah.
that's right.
Like,
Is it the last? The last scene?
The last scene.
yeah,
Yeah, the
his
last
head was like already cut off.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
that was,
Then he shut down for
I
a
thought he
while
was
and
He
dead.
shut down. Then suddenly he got some alternate power or something, right? That's how he comes back up.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole thing about T1000 is relentless in trying to kill, and T800 is like relentless in trying to save. No matter what, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do whatever I can, even if I'm gonna die. I'm gonna save. What a
Do
good
whatever
show,
it takes.
whatever it takes.
So the movie started with Sarah Connor in a mental hospital. Remember, she was doing chin-ups. Yeah, and they were just like torturing her, injecting some stuff and all that. Yeah.
And Dr. Silverman
And
came back.
oh yeah, the doctor came back. Yeah.
Hate that guy.
Oh, that guy is the worst.
The first one.
Yeah. He's
He
like
wanted to make
so
money.
condescending.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing all the videos and all that, and then.
He was so lucky he didn't map with the Terminator like from the first one. He's like,
Yeah.
it's just like that.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh yeah, the police station, right? Yeah.
You have to record me
Actually,
saying that.
it's like a series of great shots, right, end to end. The one in the hospital where the floor started coming up. Oh my God!
Yeah. Yeah.
Goosebumps,
Yeah, and T2 we saw like a totally different Sarah Connor, like from the beginning of T1, right?
That's right.
And she was
Element.
she was built, she was more focused,
Getting ready.
like she knew what her mission was, and she was determined to get out of the hospital. And what are your thoughts on Place?
Oh, she was so badass. It's like she was not a teen anymore, She was like,
Not like
this
a
like
60-year-old now.
yeah, no, she's like
Not yet.
she was a trained woman like in the military already, Like, man, it was so nice, like to see how she just kept quiet the whole time, and then she got out of the place. That was a nice scene, It's all good.
Smashes the guys,
Oh,
abusers.
yeah.
Right, no.
The
Yeah,
guy.
that guy licked her, man.
Later, yeah.
Oh my god.
That was such a creepy.
Yeah, another fun fact about that. That guy during that scene where he hit her, right? Yeah, he botched that a couple times because he didn't want to he hesitated a few times, and she was like, just hit me, and he couldn't do it or whatever, and it took a couple takes, and when she got to hit him back, she hit him back for real, like really hard. Yeah, it's payback for like wasting everybody's time.
Wow, man,
That's what it gets. Karma.
that's what it takes.
That is when we saw Kyle Reese, man. Kyle Reese with in the mental hospital, the vision. Who was saying what? I forgot what he was saying.
You don't make your own fate, or
Yeah.
and then something like that.
Then like the storm is coming, something.
That's right. The history is not made yet. You choose your destiny and all that stuff.
It's like
No
a
fate.
line John Connor
Kind of
made him memorize.
That's right.
Hmm.
So
Then-
that you got the whole loop thing again, essentially. And one thing I like about it expanded the whole concept to like, okay, so then now instead of just protecting John, yeah, let's try to change the future. Yeah, and then you could actually see the part where the Terminator is trying to reason with John
Yeah.
by actually saying, actually if we kill this guy, what's this guy's Miles or something, huh? Miles Dyson. Yeah, if we kill him, it could actually be better for the future.
Yeah, but then it was
Then-
just a delay.
That's right. It's delaying it, and then John was like, "No, you can't just simply kill anybody. You gotta." Yeah. So
Man,
decided.
that
no.
kid. I want to see Terminator kill people. When like they were in the office and there was like a bunch of cops. I want him to use the minigun to kill all of them. Just
I
spray it
remember,
everywhere.
John was like, you can't just go around killing people. And,
People.
he's like,
Man.
and he was like,
Why?
why?
Not? Why?
Why?
You just can't.
Why not?
And when John
You
Connor
were gonna kill him? I say, of course, I'm a Terminator.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
when John Connor sent him back, John didn't know, the little John didn't know that he has to listen to what John says.
Yeah.
No,
Correct.
that's right.
Yeah, and when he knew, he took advantage of it.
That's right.
Yeah. You have to listen to what I say.
You can't kill people.
Yeah.
Annoying kid.
Yeah, and you see like in the movie, right, that the T-800. I mean, I don't know how, but it's able to learn like human attributes. Through John. Yeah.
There was a scene where I couldn't recall what was actually happening where they reset him. I think they took out his brain and took out. I think that's where they made it so that he could actually learn better. Because I think the Terminator before that, right, they limit how much he can learn. So it doesn't to a limit so that you don't jeopardize the mission.
And when they took it out, Sarah was gonna smash
It. Oh,
man.
that would have been because she still has bad feelings on the first one. In fact, if you watch the first and second, you know how Sarah feels.
Yeah.
It's like the whole time she
It's
was
like a
actually feeling
PTSD,
the pain. So the first time when you saw the Terminator, you really could feel it. Oh my god! And then running.
Like she saw her son like next to it, like
Yeah.
it must be like terrifying for her, like her worst nightmares.
She's doing high fives.
That's right.
You know?
Because all she remembered the
Was him
T-800
trying to
that
kill
was
her.
still killing her. Yeah. So you can imagine. I know as an audience member, you actually sympathize with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who isn't scared, man?
yeah.
Like,
Big
oh
guy.
my god, man. The T-800 from the first one.
That's right.
Especially in the police station.
That's
Yeah.
right. So it's like this character is like so scary.
Yeah.
But then suddenly, wow, this is the character that's going to protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
With a nice
Yeah.
haircut.
This
Oh.
one nice.
Because she doesn't know that John sent her back to protect her.
That's right.
She doesn't know that because Kyle didn't
Yeah,
tell her
didn't
that
tell her.
John could do that.
Yeah.
That's why she was so surprised and very scared.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk more about T-1000. Wow, man. Well, one thing that T-1000 can do that T-800 can't is that he can like literally like change himself like into a weapon,
Yeah.
into like a knife or a hammer or anything, and
To anybody. Man.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like I remember, like there's like a lot of scenes where he was just like going to random people and just like poking them in the eye with the hand and throw it. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Using the same character, not character, like the same what you call? The same human.
Yeah.
It mirrors the.
Oh yeah. That's what he does. Yeah. Yeah, so there's scene in the hospital with the security guard. Yeah, in front of the vending machine there.
He was trying to get coffee.
That's the one
Yeah.
where you could actually
You
see
see
the-
him, man.
Just trying to get coffee. That's it.
Poor guy.
He was trying to get Nespresso.
And then all of a sudden you see the
Espresso.
floor move.
Oh,
Oh man. Yeah, that's
Right, right through the eye. Oh my god.
Oh man.
For no reason.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can see how cruel.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
And the other part that I remember most, right, was that scene in the helicopter.
Oh.
They paid homage to that the words "get out" because they had that in the first episode as well. That's the first Terminator, where "get out." Yeah, so it's the same thing happened now. It's like the T-1000 hits the helicopter in midair, and then you can see the whole liquid fall, and then he forms. And then the first thing, and then while he's still silver, he goes "get out." And the guy just jumps out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man!
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
so
amazing.
nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Um, Yeah, it's a very interesting fact about that. The film crew actually didn't want to film that
Right.
scene because like it was so dangerous because the helicopter was going under the bridge, right?
Okay.
They didn't want to film it, so like it was just James Cameron and his assistant filmed the scene.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
We just had that image. See,
Yeah.
James Cameron is another T800. huh?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do whatever it takes to
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
vision out.
Yeah.
They should fire that crew, man.
And then he also T100 because no one can stop him.
Yes.
1,000.
So he's 1,000.
100. I don't know, man. That's
That
the,
guy
that's
died,
the one
man.
we have right now. Huh?
Yeah.
He got smashed.
Yeah, that's why.
See, bro.
That's
No,
really
just
good.
a sidetrack a bit about James Cameron because I remember Titanic ended up becoming another most expensive film of all time, and then that went over budget, and then I read that he actually waived his whole salary just to make sure that the movie is made the way that it's being made. He waived all his salary, and then instead, right, and all the percentages, everything he waived. And then after that movie became so popular, was it 20th Century Fox? 20th Century Fox, right? Gave him a bonus. You know how much the bonus was? 100 million.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, 100 million.
That's good, man.
It's like, you know what? Yeah, we couldn't have done this without you. Pom, 100 million.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's an
Amazing guy.
amazing, incredible director,
Wow.
visionary.
It's a big compliment.
Everything.
Yeah, he is.
Everything.
Everything.
He is the
Who's the
rebel.
new James Cameron now?
A
Nobody.
lot.
Oh, I know. Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
He's the guy that made
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
And
Like, he made this
Jojo
new
Rabbit.
movie, Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
For me, I think a lot like Christopher Nolan, Interstellar. But still, man, he is like
the,
genius. Man.
the new generation.
And then Ridley Scott.
Oh,
Ridley Scott. Like not as like good as James Cameron, but that is like one of the best actor up to date.
and then he can do so many different movies. Essentially, Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
Mm.
And then,
Like James Cameron, he does stick to more of his science fiction, essentially.
yeah.
More or less. Yeah. But Ridley Scott, I mean, across The Martian, Alien.
Right.
It's like,
It's amazing.
Another good shout is Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
David Fincher.
Fincher, yeah.
David Fincher's Fight Club. Yeah. We're gonna do a review of Fight Club one day. After you guys watch it.
Watch it.
Michael Bay.
Michael.
Oh,
Michael
no.
Bay. Michael
He
Bay
has
best
good movies.
in explosion.
Nah.
Explosion, man. That is the best thing. Bad Boys.
Bad
I love Bad Boys. Man.
Bad Boys, Armageddon.
Action.
Yeah, Armageddon.
Yeah, the Transformer movies.
Yeah. The first one.
First one.
First one.
Yeah, so you watched it, right, at the cinema. So like, what were your like expectations or like hopes, like based on the first movie, like going to the second one?
Ooh, well, like I mentioned earlier, right? I didn't know that the Arnold character was actually a good guy. Yeah, so that came as a very pleasant surprise, a very pleasant twist. And I was like, wait a minute, if this guy is the good guy, then there's no issue on saving John Connor until you could really see what the T-1000 was. Because in the beginning there were a couple of shots, right? And then you could see that it coming back. Then it was like, oh yeah, those are just bullets. But when that whole truck got destroyed and he comes out and just changes like normal, it's like, oh my god, there's no way you're going to beat this guy. So I wonder how this movie is going to end. It's like, what do you do? That's why. So there was that, and then actually there were a bunch of scenes, right, where the audience was actually kind of in a way clapping. It's like, because it was so nice to see something so new in the cinema at the time. It's like I can't even imagine what else. I guess maybe the closest one is when Avatar came out. The when 3D you could really see the thing right in front. It's like an event. I was like, wow, this is something different. So it's amazing. It's all James Cameron movies that does this. He just changes, ups the ante, sets a new bar. Every time when he makes a movie, something like that happens.
It's like he's always like ahead of his time.
Yeah. And everybody follows. Only after that, suddenly you had so many 3D movies. And then almost all of them became crap. So in the end, people hate 3D movies now.
Yeah.
So
up until now, like no.
That's why.
It's like not to say no more 3D, but like not many 3D movies.
people don't make movies specifically for 3D.
for 3D. So there was a few like Prometheus was okay, Ridley Scott, then Hugo with Martin Scorsese. So there were a few, but for the most part, not. And I heard he was working on another technology where you can watch 3D without the glasses.
Wow.
So I can't wait for that
Just
when
with
that
your
comes
eyes,
out. So it's like, whoa, I don't know what hologram.
Eye
or what.
contact, I think. Eye contact.
Oh my
So can't wait for James Cameron to change the industry again.
So proud of him because like as you were saying like about Piranha 2, I think before that or at that time he was broke as hell.
There you go.
James Cameron, like after Terminator, he's like top of the world. Terminator 2 and then Abyss.
That's why. You know that movie Zero Dark 30?
Ah yeah.
That
Is
was
it?
the first female director to win best an Oscar.
Who is it?
Catherine Bigelow.
Oh,
That's James Cameron's wife.
ex-wife.
Huh?
All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Ex-wife.
So imagine how
So every one of them.
all
like
all ex.
take
He
something
marries
from-
the actress in his movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
James Cameron.
that's how
Yeah.
we do it.
Yeah.
So digressing from to James Cameron.
Yeah. All right, back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
Yeah. So
Inseparable.
yeah, Faiz, any thoughts, opinions
On what?
on the movie?
I love the
What
movie.
do you not like about the movie?
Oh, the
That's
kid.
so hard.
The kid.
The kid.
There you go. Yeah.
I really don't like the kid.
I don't like the kid. I want Terminator to terminate. You know?
But the kid was a bit annoying, right?
Yeah.
Ah man, I like the kid.
You like the kid?
Maybe tone down the talking a little.
I
Like,
think that what makes a good character
yeah.
for John Connor at that age. I think.
But you could start seeing his leadership qualities or
yeah,
values.
yeah.
I
Don't kill.
remember when I watched it when I was younger, I hated the kid. But yesterday when I watched it again, I thought actually I understand why he played it like that.
So basically, you have to watch it again. So you understand.
I like his rebellious side.
Because you need that to be the
You
leader of
need
the
that,
rebellion,
and because of the mother,
Yeah.
relationship and the dog parents, the parents,
The foster parents.
foster parents. It mess you as a kid. So I cannot blame him.
Oh, you know, there's a very good scene when the Terminator mimicked the voice of John Connor while he was calling.
That was scary, man.
And then like he was asking John Connor what's the dog's name, and they tricked T-1000. Oh, that was good.
No. He mimicked the voice of
John Connor.
John Connor.
And then T-1000 was mimicking.
Oh
the
yeah.
mom.
Yes. I was thinking of T-1000. Yeah.
That's why
The
they were
foster
both,
mom.
like,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
confuse each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're confused.
Two AIs doing that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's like the what called? They now the thing that you just said just now. Like the two AI were talking to each other, and then like up until human can understand.
Yeah.
And it's like the
Chris was saying.
what do you call that? What was that scene? What was the dog? What's the dog's name? Max. Then he mimics. He says he said Wolfie. I said, so how's Wolfie? And then he said Wolfie's fine. And he just hangs up. Both your parents are dead. And you see the next scene. Oh,
I feel bad for the dad.
right, the dad. Yeah.
He thought the wife killed him.
That's right.
The last one is
What is this? What is happening? Oh man.
Oh my god.
How you know the mom died?
Whoa.
Must have. Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
No, the last part when no spoilers. I mean, this is a 30-year-old movie. If you haven't seen this movie, get alive. Yeah. The part when he falls into that volcano-ish, what was that called? I think lava thingy, right? Then he starts morphing to all the characters he did. And then the mom was one of them. That's right.
Oh my god.
The
Fat guy.
both the T800 and T1000, right? They never had a direct conversation with each other in the movie. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that phone was the only.
That was the only one like impersonating.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they were face to face, they never had like a dialogue.
They never talked, right?
No, they never talked. Yeah, it was funny.
But I don't know what would they talk when.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to kill John Connor. But I would not let you.
Oh man. Yeah.
Say, that's a nice bike. Oh, I love those scenes, man.
Yeah.
And this one also T2. Arno has a better outfit now.
Yeah.
When he went into the bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was hilarious.
Yeah, yes, but-
So sure.
but nobody looks better than with those glasses than him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just remember about that scene. That it's the craziest fact that I can't believe this is true, man. When they were filming that scene at the bar, the Rodney King incident happened right across the street.
Okay.
And it was happening at the time they were filming.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I think they had to stop filming or something.
No, they didn't know about it until afterwards.
Okay.
Because they were in the bar, and then like those cops, the story of Rodney King, right? Yeah, they beat up the
Oh, okay. Man, I'm learning so much from this podcast.
Nah, I just read like 10 facts about Terminator.
10 facts about Terminator 2.
Yeah, just to add something, Yeah, it's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that scene where Arnold was supposedly naked, right? He was wearing like purple trunks, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
And they covered
yeah, they covered it. Yeah.
I see.
That scene was hilarious. It's
Uh,
like all the
all
guys,
the
all
girls
all the
were
guys
like,
were like,
Oh.
and all the girls were like,
Hilarious for all the cast and crew.
yeah.
And then like
James Cameron.
I need your boots, shirt, and motorcycle. You forgot to say please. Oh,
And
man.
then that old
I think
guy
there's a lot
just
of
comes out of the door while he was gonna take the bike. Like, and
Yeah.
then when he comes up to him, he just
Just
drops the gun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a cool scene.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta talk.
Yeah. What do you think of
Oh man, I don't know. It's so fitting for the movie because you had that metal clanking, chang 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 chang, all that.
Yeah.
It's just so suitable. It's like that's it. That's the Terminator music.
Yes,
You know, you just and then even with all the some forgettable sequels that came after that, right? They just had to have that music.
Yeah.
Only when you have that music, you can remember it, and then oh man.
Just want to say that to all the music composer out there, like especially for movies. You are the man, man. Or the woman. Because like because of the music.
They don't get enough credit.
Yeah, because of that music, Terminator or like Harry Potter, Aliens, all kind of movies have their iconic soundtrack theme song for that.
The Avengers theme is so good.
That's the thing.
It's crazy.
The aliens theme is so good that in trailers they tend to actually mimic that same. They bring that back so that people watch it. It conjures memories. Oh, that was a good movie. I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out man, to all the composers.
I guess we got to talk about Miles Dyson.
Oh.
He is the guy that's behind everything. He is the main cause of billions and billions of deaths on Earth. Let's start with Guess. What do you think of just like
He deserved to die.
like what Miles what he was doing and like his legacy?
What he was doing. Look, Miles Dyson, is it? Like, I just want to say, like, in his perspective, like, he could have known. And then, like, I think he want to, like, to help more people in the future. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. And that is just what's happening nowadays. Like, for me, T2, I think that is one of the most, like for me, I love that movie, and one of the most, you have to watch that movie and then understand like what we're doing right now, especially with the AI thing. It's wrong for the future, no matter how you want to perfect it, nothing will be perfect. Like Miles Dyson want to do something that is so perfect for the future, but yet again, it will be the Armageddon for our world. So Miles Dyson, I want to love that character, you know. I love that character, but you know, like I don't know. I think he just want to do a good thing, but end up to do the bad thing.
This is what happens when man tries to play God.
Yeah.
Right.
And for you, Faiz?
For me, I feel a little bad for him because Sarah Connor shot him a lot. Like, he was just getting shot.
his house, like
Oh,
shot
man.
his office.
In front of his kids and his wife and all that. Oh, that's like, oh,
That's messed up,
And
man.
almost killed him.
Oh god. But like, you know,
she had a conscience in the end, and then, oh man.
But like from her perspective, you can understand.
Yeah.
This is
You know?
he's responsible.
Yeah. For billions of deaths, right?
But from his perspective, right, it's like I'm trying to do good.
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
what Gus said just now. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to do good for the world.
Yeah.
You know, he gave the example of like the pilot can actually fly 24 hours without
Yes,
getting a
yes.
hangover, without
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
tired,
Yeah,
and all that. No? In fact, you're right. That's what's happening now.
Yeah.
And you know the theory of the frog in water.
No.
It's like if you have a boiling water and you put a frog to it, the frog will jump out straight.
Okay.
But if you actually put a frog in a normal water and then boil it, the frog will be like, hey,
Oh,
okay, let
okay.
me adjust, and suddenly it dies.
All right.
So that's what's happening with us, right? It's like
Yeah,
slowly
yeah, yeah.
the AI,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
use a bit, we can
Okay.
use, it's fine, no, don't
And
worry.
up
don't worry.
until-
It's gradual. Exactly, that's the word. And then suddenly, boom. And then,
Yeah, yeah.
because the AIs can learn so
Yeah.
quickly,
Yeah,
suddenly, and I think that's what happened here. Right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it
yeah.
started off well,
Yeah.
and then and then he was, I think, when he was explaining it, right, he was
Yeah.
telling that in a year's time, everybody starts using the technology,
Yeah, yeah.
and then in 3 years, the military does it, and then they remove humans from strategic
Yes,
decisions,
yeah.
and then
That
only the
is-
computer. Then
Yeah.
that's it.
and he's
That's
the
it.
one who built it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And then after that, you know,
quickly.
he wanted to get rid of all of his things, and then he wanted to change his path. And then I think he made the Dyson brand right now.
The Dyson brand.
Yeah.
The Dyson brand.
Yeah. That's
Probably the fans.
Yeah. The
vacuum
vacuum.
cleaner. Okay.
That's usually like this kind of thing, like AI thing, needs to solve though, right? Like for example, like do you know about after the Jurassic World, off topic, after the Jurassic World, and they like a lot of scientists want to do the same exact thing as the Jurassic World did with Jurassic World,
Right.
and people were like, "Don't you watch the movie? It would be the same thing." But people just don't care. They want to do it until they regret it in the future. So, but for yeah.
Like cloning of babies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cloning
really.
babies.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Baby boss.
Baby boss.
Boss. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And like you could tell like how by how devastated he was when they told him that what was going to happen in the future, like from his creation, right? Like yeah, that he
And you could see some hesitation, in his part. It's like, no, I mean, you're judging me for something that hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do this. And you could actually, and even when he was trying to destroy the stuff and all that, right, you could actually feel like this is my life's work.
Yeah, this is my dream.
Oh, yeah, that's why I spent years on this, but yeah.
I really felt for him.
That's why.
But I
A very
res-
complex character.
I respect that he understood it well. He took it very well. You know, not he overreacted. You know.
And it's good that they didn't. John didn't let his mom kill the Terminator, or else there would have been no way to convince. That was the only way that they could convince her. Just show an exact thing. Here, look.
And lucky for them that T800 opened his hand up, like opened the skin off. Like he wouldn't believe it, right? Miles Dyson, he wouldn't believe like from the future, what? And then up until the Terminator opened his skin off.
So once again, that whole looping thing is like it wouldn't have happened if the Terminator didn't come back to the past, and then they got the arm and the chip, and then only they knew how to actually get the technology to advance themselves to destroy the world later. Right? It's
crazy,
mind blowing. I'm getting a headache now.
If you really think about it, you will go to mental hospital.
It's the future's fault.
Yeah.
Huh.
Future's fault.
They keep sending back.
It started from the future.
You can't make sense of time travel. You really can't. Like,
You need to hear
trying
it
to
from
wrap
James
your head
Cameron
around it
himself.
is just Don't even try it.
That whole Judgment Day wouldn't have happened if they didn't come back.
Yeah.
Then why come back?
Crazy.
Oh man.
It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, so they went to the Cyberdyne Tower, right? And to
Cyberdyne.
destroy the what
The chip.
yeah, what they're gonna eventually become the Terminator and all that. And
Skynet.
yeah, I don't know what happened. And like
They destroyed.
no, I mean
they
like all
went
the
to
cops came like.
All cops came and then like they. Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
that military
No
guy?
zero casualties.
Yeah.
There was like a military guy. You know,
Huh?
he was responsible also. Remember?
Oh yeah, I think that is from the third one.
Oh,
The military guy.
actually.
Yeah. Some like military guy from the third one. Like the T2 is more
Yeah,
to
yeah.
scientists, right?
Yeah. Military guys.
What happened like?
Yeah,
Miles
he was-
Dyson sacrificed himself, man.
No, but he didn't plan to at first. He
Yeah.
was just supposed to plant the bomb, and
He
then
got
went
shot, I
They
think.
got shot.
Yeah.
He got shot like all over his body, man.
Man, Linda was just
It
watching.
was so bad for him. No, she was hiding behind the table.
Yeah, but you gonna like shoot them, but
But seriously, what will happen to his wife and
Wife
daughter?
and kids, like-
kids.
My God,
Pity them.
Pity them.
very tragic.
Who shot him?
The
police.
cops, yeah.
The police comes in and just blasts the people.
Yeah.
What the?
They don't even like see who's inside.
maybe the president.
Oh no, because the T800 like whoop, like the security S downstairs. I think you want to go up.
Whoop the security ass.
Remember?
And then he broke the
Yeah.
window, and then
Yeah, that's where.
guns place.
Yeah, but still, lah.
And then because he didn't kill anybody, zero casualties, then as a result the cops comes out, right?
Yeah,
So it's John
I think-
Connor's fault.
it is.
Yeah.
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 Man, that
Just like you
guy.
said, you want to see the Terminator kill people, right?
Yeah, Terminator is
That's
supposed,
what-
is made to terminate.
Terminate.
Yeah.
If the T800 of T2 did what the T800 of T1 did to the cops,
Yeah.
Miles will still live.
Lemon.
Also
Yeah.
still,
And then the wife and kids
Yeah.
still,
live
Still have
happy
a good
ever
life.
after.
Yeah.
who knows? He will probably in the future create something.
Yeah.
Again, right?
Yeah.
You never know.
I gotta do this.
With that brain of his,
Yeah.
you never know what he can do.
And then they got to Mexico, where Sarah went in the first movie, right? And then like she made friends with the guy, Enrique, and his family, and I remember, and I mean like she had a stash of weapons, right? Underground, yeah.
So the planning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The minigun.
Yeah, and it's so one thing about my mom, she plans ahead. Yeah. The other scene that I liked, which was actually new at the time, right, was the scene where Judgment Day,
Yeah.
when they had the whole burning and wow, that was
Wow.
intense. So you have kids
The
getting
vision.
fried and and then they're like turned to
in the
ashes.
playground.
Yeah, on the playground.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was
Keeps
haunting. The
looking
scene.
at it.
Yeah.
Every time
That's why,
the holding
That's
the
like what Hari Kiamat, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It would just happen like that.
Yeah, if you do like
Fire.
that, it's like Hari Kiamat for us.
That's why.
In the future.
Yeah. And she keeps having those visions over and over again.
Wakes up and says, "Okay, I'm gonna kill this Miles guy."
Yeah.
My gosh. Oh man, in front of his kids.
That was the scene, right, where suddenly for like almost half an hour we didn't have any T1000, right?
Yeah.
It's like where
Yeah.
did he go?
Yeah.
Suddenly, then suddenly he hears, and then he goes to Miles' house. Yeah, then suddenly he reappears.
Those cops, huh? Man.
So that was I was talking about when I watched it earlier when I was a kid, right? Yeah. So that middle part, and any time when there wasn't a T1000, I felt that it dragged a bit. Yeah, but then I don't know, when I watched it again, I think it's still okay. Gives a breather, gives a
Yeah.
I think it's a good piece for like at the beginning, action, car chase and blah blah blah, and it's action again in mental hospital,
Maybe
and
take
then
a
like
break
broom
from
break,
1000.
to break for a while. Yeah.
keep us relaxed a little bit, not like every time pop 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 pop.
For us, you just
Like-
get out of breath.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right,
But
right.
it's not
If
like non-stop action, and it's also not slow. It's a good mixture of both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah, no, that
1000
was
came
a-
back. They got on a liquid nitrogen
Oh wait,
truck.
no. It was the final battle, right?
In that the steel
In the factory, whatever. Yeah.
After then right at the end, when the T1000 dies, then T800 reminds them that there's still one ship left. We got to destroy it. Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
that part was sad.
Yeah,
I understand
so sad.
why you cry. Oh, nice. It's very good.
And then,
Then he-
with the
then he-
thumbs up, man.
With the thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh,
That was a
Yeah.
very good
I
scene.
cried
Yeah.
at that scene. So beautiful.
I just feel
And
very
then they just
bad.
go to the road.
It's
and
like
save
John
the world.
John Connor doesn't have a dad. Like T800 is like
it's-
his
yeah,
dad,
his
right?
father figure.
Yeah,
Terminator
father
was
figure.
his dad.
Pardon?
Terminator was
Yeah.
his dad.
Yeah, actually, Sarah gave a monologue at the end of the movie about that.
Yeah.
That we learn more about what it means to be a human.
If a human,
Like
if
a-
a robot can learn.
If a robot can learn, yeah,
yeah.
like to be human,
There
like
is hope for
there is
humans
hope
as well.
for- yeah.
There-
that is,
That's
yeah,
good.
that was amazing. Very inspirational.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Don't movies get better when you talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why we
Man,
don't
my
watch.
eyes get teary from the T800, from the death scene. So teary, man. So sad.
yeah. So
God
Yeah.
can cry when a robot dies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Crazy.
yeah,
James Cameron, man.
yeah,
Genius.
yeah. Maybe that's
We have the connection with the T800.
Yeah.
That's what we call 200 IQ.
yeah. If gas can cry for a robot, then there's hope for humanity.
From humanity.
All right. That was our T2 review, and now let's get to the trivia.
Trivia, brother.
Oh, snap.
I got way more questions.
Get ready, Jendo.
Way more questions.
You need to.
Yeah. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Trivia questions. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So if you don't answer within 10 seconds, minus 1 point.
Okay.
5 seconds.
Crap.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna start with an easy one. Okay. Question 1. What year did the movie come out?
1997.
1991.
Oh, 1 point to Faiz.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you got that right. 1997.
I get Titanic.
All right. Question number 2. How old is John Connor in the movie?
Oh, crap.
10.
Correct. 2 points for Faiz.
Damn.
T2 expert, man.
Ooh, man.
All right. Question number 3. What is the T1000 made of?
Liquid. That's how I know.
Liquid metal.
Who said it first?
I said it first.
Okay. Wow, 3 points, man.
man.
Holy crap.
Is.
I'm finally gonna win.
All right. Question number 4. Who invented the Terminator chip?
Mike Tyson.
Right, okay, 1 point for guess. What's going on, Chris? Come on, man.
I'm an old man, man. My reflexes.
All right. Question number 5. Question number 5. Which company was responsible for Skynet?
Cyber.
Oh!
Cybernetics?
Sabadan.
No, Cyberdyne. Yeah.
I don't tengok orang Faiz nak get
Wait, 3 points for Faiz, 2 points for guess.
I don't.
Supposed to help me.
I didn't want to say it, but then I didn't say it.
I tunggu Riz talk about it. Cyber ni.
You knew, no?
I knew.
Man, I
Alright.
just said it.
And I just watched it yesterday, man. What the hell?
All right, question number 6. Who did the T1000 impersonate in the movie?
The mom. The cop.
In the movie,
Yeah,
a lot of people, right?
yeah, a lot of people. Name all like.
Oh, name
all of them.
Holy crap.
The cop, the mom,
mom,
the
the security
security guard,
guard.
the guy on the motorcycle, the
Sarah
the
Connor?
friend, Sarah Connor.
Okay, that's enough. All right, 4 points for Faiz.
4 points.
4 points.
All right, question number 7.
You need to get one.
You can get one.
Where was Sarah in the beginning of the movie?
Mental institution.
Oh.
1 point for Reese.
First point.
Yes.
Alright.
3, 2, and 1.
2 and 1. 4.
2, 4, 4,
3, 2, 1.
and 1.
2, 1.
Alright. Name me all the models of Terminator in the movie.
T100 and T800.
What?
T800, T1000.
100.
100.
God.
2 points for Riz, 2 points for Gas, and 4 points for Vice.
Oh my God!
I got
I was
confused.
like, what?
Yeah.
And don't forget the Rev 9.
F9. Yeah.
Oh man.
100.
Alright. Question number 9. What is the name of Linda Hamilton's twin?
Leslie.
Correct. 5 points, Vice.
Damn.
Alright, this is the last one. And I think this is the best one. Question number 10. Name me all the phrases that John taught T800.
Oh my.
One by one, huh?
Damn.
Hasta la vista, baby. No problemo. Chill out.
There's 2 more.
2 more. Dick what?
1 more?
1 more. Hasta la vista, baby. God, chill out. Oh man, 1 more. This is in the car, right? The scene in the car. If somebody gets you with an attitude, you say, chill out.
Starts with an E. It's 2 words.
words.
Second
words,
word is M.
ES.
Okay.
Oh.
2 words, huh?
Yeah. First word starts with an E, second word starts with M.
Oh man, it's just in the tip of my tongue, man.
I can't remember.
It starts with an E and an M. Huh?
Yeah.
I think you already got
2
it.
words, very simple. Something a kid would say in the 90s. Somebody's got an attitude.
Oh man. No,
There you got it. This, the last one was eat me.
eat me.
Yeah. So I give you. Yeah. So 2 points for Gas, 3 points
Oh.
for
Snap.
Riz, and
the
5
winner.
points
Oh.
for the first time.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The trivia winner, Faiz.
Easy,
Yes.
man.
How do you feel?
I am the winner.
It's been rigged, bro. It's been rigged.
And the thing, the movie came out 20 years before you were born.
Yeah.
It's actually
25.
It's not. It's actually not T1000. It's T100.
Nah.
Hey, it's not 25. It's 15.
Whoa.
Yeah, 91,006. Yeah, 15. Yeah. So final thoughts before we wrap it up.
I don't know.
Still, T1, T2 still remains the pinnacle of a great action movie, sci-fi. That's why it's still up there, and people will still be talking about this. I think 30 years from now, right, a new group of folks, right, will still be doing this movie. That's how timeless the show is.
For me, same as Reese.
For me, I don't know, man. It's a 10 out of 10. Just if the kid wasn't in, maybe 100 out of 10.
Holy crap. Ratings, 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Me, 9.5 out of 10. 9.5.
I would give it 10 out of 10. I think it was just a flawless movie for me. It had everything. Just memorable lines, memorable moments. Just.
Especially at that time.
I mean, like, what more do you want from a movie?
That's right.
T2, man.
Just so many amazing things happen in one movie.
It's very rare to find a movie that's good from beginning to end. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, right from the beginning, the start, right till the end. There's no.
Usually movies have dips, right?
Yeah. This never took a fall, even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Like, even like the slow scenes, you were like immersed in what was going on, and yeah.
There was a part where the Terminator is learning from John. Why do you guys cry? You know, it's nice, right? It's like great dialogue and
All right. That was a great episode of the podcast, and with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. See you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and the YouTube channel. Follow our socials, and
the podcast.
the Fig Podcast. And that's it. All right.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye.
I'll be back.
Tot man.